Hey, how's it going, everybody? Got a special project here. This is for the top secret project that I'm making. But by the time y'all know it's going to be when this video goes live, so does he. This here is for O scale. This is a lighthouse. This is the bottom base part of the tower, or the lighthouse. This is the top of the lighthouse. I print it upside down and makes it easier, so my machine doesn't have to do too many supports. Just for the around the windows part. But man, that looks gorgeous. I got one more to print of these. That would attach to the top of this. I don't want to touch my board because I don't want no oil and all that stuff off my hands get onto the board, because it can make not anything stick to it. I thought I was almost done. I was like, yeah, all I have to do is print this out. No. Or print the latter piece. I forgot the top hat. So I gotta do that. Yeah, that's gonna take 2 hours. This right here has been printed out for 15 hours, 46 minutes. And it's only at 88% done. And this thing is gonna be pretty tall. This is only one part and film it. No, I got 2 more pieces and film it done. I'll have to show y'all what that looks like. So here's another piece I got. It's kind of drying up yet. It's got some hair, dog fur around it because it's up on the shelf and stuff like that. Yeah, dust. Not cured yet, but I'm waiting to actually finish air dries and everything else like that. He has no idea I'm doing this. This is why it's top secret. This is why I got stuff hidden. Don't mind the crazy mess of the closet. Alrighty, so the second part is here. This is the base of it. Look how gorgeous the detail looks. Now if I know how to do the layer line smaller. This is at 15% infill. You can see this guy did a nice job where that base is going to flop right in there, or plop right in there. He's even got where you can put wires and stuff in it to light it up. And then I got another piece up there is hidden. And here is this other piece. This is the main part. And the piece I just printed out goes on top of here. That's for the light. That looks really cool. A little bit thin, but just got to be very careful what he does, because that is super thin, but it did a nice job printing out. A little bit of letter lines. My machine's doing good, but I'll get into that here in a second. So the cover story is, since this is printing here, my brother goes, "Oh, what are you making now?" "Oh, it's for nuclear." He goes, "For what scale, Lino?" I'm like, "No, it's for HO." You know, just kind of mess with him a little bit. He thinks this is a nuclear plant kind of way. I was like, it's something different I saw and wanted to try it out. It's just funny. But as soon as this is done, I got one more to print, and then the other piece is going to take about maybe around 2 hours, 3 hours probably tops. My machine is doing somewhat good, but you can see how the filament is around here. That's not good. It means it's leveled correctly, but the machine is warped and it's out of whack, because over time my 4 bolts here and the other 4 bolts on the other side came loose. So my brother was actually like this one day, because I was having nothing but headaches with this machine, and it's doing it again. Did not realize the bolts the first time came loose. He goes up to the machine, puts his hand here and grabs this, and he wiggle and see it wiggle back and forth a little bit. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way that's happening. So after I checked it out, it was. That was the whole problem the whole time I had before, why this needle was digging into the board. So yeah, always make sure everything is tight. But I think it's already too late. I think this machine is the bed area is kind of warped, even though I could put a level and it shows level. But I noticed, I don't know if it's going to do in this one. Barely, you can see it. Here's a little air gap. There's a little tiny air gap, like it's up. There's some issues still with this printer, so I'm just going to buy a new one, just to be on the safe side. and go from there. This machine's only a year old, but I've been trying to keep it clean of dust. Obviously, I gotta dust it again. But this fan, the fans are getting wore out. The fan down here is getting wore out. It makes noise. The sensor block is already failed, so Elgo needs to upgrade that or make it better, because that right there does not last long. But it's been a really good machine. I'm really happy that I get to print again. It's printing again after I put pressure on this down here and tighten up all the eight bolts and leveled it, and now it's printing out like this. This is the biggest piece I've done so far. I'm very happy. So stay tuned. There's going to be a couple more videos after this, because I figured this would be kind of cool. I was going to try to do it hidden, but you already beat me to it, so it's kind of crooked, but I'm trying to get it straight as much as I can. But let me put it this way: from my layout here to here is that tall. Come take a look.
Oh my god, that's what you're building.
Yes.
Dude, that's cool.
So he had it like this, and it's supposed to sit a little bit higher, so I have to cut each post off to get it to the height. And after I glued it in place, and the freaking thing was turned this way, so I thought this was straight. And as soon as I turn it like this, the freaking thing's like this. I'm like, no, I can't have that.
Oh, I see what you're talking about.
So I'm trying to use my Dremel tool, trying to eyeball where I want it to get the height. And it still looks like it's going to be not that tall. It's supposed to be, I think, something like about right there, that tall.
Okay.
And the guy didn't even have it correctly, even like this part here. So this part had a top lip, and he has this thing set in flush.
Dude,
so I had to cut a little lip off of this to get that set flush. And it's something that Dad always wanted to do on his layout, is put a lighthouse on there. What Dad never had a chance to. And I thought that'd be kind of neat to do.
What the hell?
It almost looks like it's level.
That's cool.
But I'm sort of thinking about it, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, what happens? I'm like, I shouldn't have glued the rope on there, because there's one thing you need to do. You could put a light in here, and at the back of the lighthouse, it has little plugins, or you can have it underneath of it too to light it up.
I have it underneath.
I didn't realize how big it's got to be until that. That's bigger than my lighthouse. But the only thing is, even with my machine, this base part is kind of, but I don't know if it's the cork or what, but this part was freaking flat. I'm like, that makes no sense.
It's fine.
Because I think,
once I put it in place.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I'm gonna try to take my snips. I'm gonna try to break these off carefully.
I'll just leave it.
Leave it. Okay. I'll let you try to straighten it up then.
Because I have to get. I want to find like you call it, like a globe. Something plastic, some clear plastic, and put it in there.
No, well, what I was thinking about doing is breaking all these off, reprint a new one, and just kind of put a little bit of glue on each post and just put them back in the spot. That way the top hat could be the correct size.
So it should be like that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing that instead, because that'd be easier, trying to get those off easier, and then
I'll just reprint
the top hat instead.
Oh, okay.
So that way, and then this time not glued in place. I was not thinking about, wait a minute. Afterwards I got done, I'm like, how is he gonna put the plastic and stuff around it?
Is there a top piece too? Don't know.
That's a good question. This is all there is. Dude. But I didn't know there was a hole. So there's a hole here, and it goes all the way through. So, and that there right there took. Okay, so the bottom half here took about 19 hours to print. This took about 18 to 19 hours to print. This one here took 18 hours, 10 hours to print this whole piece here. I think 9 hours to print this piece, I think. And 9 hours to print this, and 3 hours to print that piece.
A bald eagle on top.
Oh, that looks sweet.
Yeah.
Their reaction is priceless. Well, here's the finished product. Looking good. The only thing that sucks is down here you can definitely tell my board is warped. But no big deal. Easy stuff to fix. It's all done. Looks really good. Had to redo this top part. So now the hat just sits on there like so. And then that's all it does. Oh, that's a lot better. Yeah, the spray, I know. Just got done doing all that, so it looks pretty good. And then now she just sits. She doesn't sit in the groove like it should, but I had to do a lot of cleanup after I accidentally glued it and found out like, hey, this don't look right because it was like this. So now it looks better. That's the way it should look in person. Then I made it a little bit taller too since I had to redo that part. Now that looks a lot better actually. And to fit this thing in scale, that's how tall it is. Dude, it's taller than your arm. Man.
Or you could go like this too.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Definitely looks good. The only thing I had to do was, there's like a little piece like this sticking at the top. I had to trim all that off with my snips. I'm gonna get this off before it breaks because resin's very brittle. That sucks when it dries. But it's just water resin, washable water resin, the one I'm using. So it's kind of brittle. But there's like ABS. There's a lot stronger, probably a lot stronger resin out there. But looks good. I'm happy with it. And it came out excellent. This is the last piece I printed on my printer. And that was it. Now I'm having issues again. So I think this time my bed's shot. I tried it in different locations, nothing sticking. So I'm going to try to re-level it again. This time I'm going to try to get the needle a little bit closer, see if that helps any. Maybe not. But the building doors, they just go on the inside. They don't go on the outside. So they look like something like this on the inside. So it's going to look pretty sweet when it's done. Can't wait to see what he's got in mind with it. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. N-Scale out. Or N-Scale Division out.